Hello. Hello, Bing. How are you?
Hello, teacher Ma.
Yes. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So, do you go to school? Do you have to go to school on this Monday?
Yes.
Yes.
Now I go to school next day.
Next day on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, how many days do you have to go to school for this period?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so let's play some game before we start our lesson. Do you want to do game about playing the city or comparative? Okay, let's go with some comparative and superlatives, okay? Because the last time we learned about that. Then it's quite some difficult for you. Ready? So I will send you the link in the chat spot and then you open it.
Okay.
Yes, good job. And we will have a listening practice today too. So prepare good connection so you can listen. 1, 2, 3, go. Let's play. Can you join this game?
Yes.
Okay, I see you. Let's go. We have 10 questions only, so I think it's good job. Very good. Okay, let's go to our main lesson. Is there any difficult in your game? Is there any difficult questions in the game? Yes or no?
What?
Oh, is there any difficult questions?
No.
Okay, no, right? Okay, so if you have one, I will check for you. So we will listen and definitely identify the main idea of lesson pad is a town or is in the country, okay? So we have some new vocabulary here for you. Let's repeat with teacher. We have
crowd,
cloud,
Cloud.
cloud,
hill,
hill,
Hill.
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 Yes.
office block,
Office block,
Office block.
office block. Good. Next,
valley,
volley,
Volley.
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 Yes. Next one,
wood,
Word. Word.
yes.
wood,
Word,
Word.
yes. Correctly. Next one,
Village.
village,
Village.
village. Okay.
Village.
So is there any new vocabulary that you don't know what is this meaning?
Office block.
Okay. Office block is mean some building that contains a lot of office. Okay, and more than one company works in it. Okay. For example, it's like the landmark 22 and landmark 81 in our country. In Hanoi City, we have like Lotte Tower, or Landmark Tower. It's called office block, where there are a lot of companies working there,
Okay.
right? Valley. Do you know valley? Have you ever seen a valley before?
No.
No, right? Okay. So it's something very loud between two hills or two mountains. And there will have like some river or water flowing through it. Next one, let's move. So let's tell me the things belong to town or country. Okay, for example, cloud is town or country.
I think it's country.
Really? No, it's a country. Town, city. Town equal to city, okay? Cloud, đông đúc.
Yeah, it's
Oh, no, it's not in the country. The country is with like a field and mountain like that. Countryside. So,
okay.
cloud town, right?
Farm. Country. Farm
Country.
is country. Field is country. Hill is country. Lake is country. Office block is town. Shopping center is town. Street is town. Traffic is town. Valley is country. Village is maybe it's a town, and wood is country.
Okay, let's see. Village. Actually, village is in the country. We have some village. And in the town, in this big city, we have like district. And you know, we don't call it village anymore. It's called district or street, like that.
Okay.
Good job. Okay, let's go. And maybe in some town we have hill and lake too. For example, in Hanoi City we have West Lake, right? And some place in Hanoi we also have hill and mountain too. So in wood. Okay. So what can you see in the picture here in the country? And
I can see
can
the
you try about that? Okay, keep going. In picture 1, what can you see and how the weather, how everything over there?
I can see the farm, the field, the hill, the lake, the valley, the village, and the wood.
Yes. And the
And-
weather is very nice, right?
Yes. And I can see the picture too is office block, is shopping center, is street, it's traffic, and it's very busy.
Good. And
Yeah.
so, which place do you prefer to be in for holiday?
I want to go to
To the
the
country,
town, other country.
And which place do you prefer to live in? To live?
I want to live in the country, other
Why?
town,
Why?
because I think it's busy, but it's good.
Okay, because it's busy and there are a lot of playground and shopping center for you, right? Good job. So now let's go. Can you read this one and choose the correct answer for teacher, please?
Is what is cream?
Yeah, okay. Number one is
What's I asked what is cream? Right?
which one? I didn't see. Cleaner.
No.
Which one? Can you?
Crine.
Oh, crime. Crime.
Right.
Yes, it's like something like robber, some crime. If you do something illegally, it means illegally something, and you have to go to the police like that. The police will arrest you if you do some crime. Like
Okay.
tệ nạn. Okay,
It's safer because there is less crime.
crime.
There isn't much traffic, so it's quieter and the air is cleaner.
Good job.
People are friendlier.
Friendlier.
It's
Yes.
easier to be active to work and get out into fresh air.
Okay, active. Yes, it's active and get out into the fresh air. Fresh air. Yes, good. Okay, let's go next one. The advantage of living in the city is
And
okay to travel around.
it's easier to travel around because there are lots of buses and trams. You don't always need a car.
Okay, next one.
There's more to do: cinemas, concerts, museum, theater, ACT is more exciting.
Yeah, it's more exciting.
There are a lot of
Restaurant.
restaurants. The food is better and more interesting. There are a lot interesting.
Yes.
There are lots of shops and they are bigger, so there's more choice.
Yeah, they are bigger, so there is more choice for you when you go there. Okay, now let's go for listening parts. Sometimes it isn't really necessary to understand all of the details when you listen, as long as you can understand the main idea. So focus on the key word that you can hear in the listening, okay? Focus on what you need to do, what you need to understand, okay? So here we have some questions for you. I will give you 1 minute to read the questions first. Can you read it out loud? Number 1, number 2, number 3, and 4.
Was this the speaker talking about a place to visit in London? the arrangements for the morning, and they need to take with them what they need to take with them. Where are the man and woman going to eat? On the train, at the station, and at the house. Why does the tourist decide not to visit the castle? The path isn't safe. It's a long walk. It's already getting late. The speaker man um is to compare two different village. Recommend a house that is for sale. Recommend a village to live in.
Okay, so before reading or before listening, you should read the questions first and the answer so you can know what you need to
Lesson
understand.
5C.
Listening audio, okay? So are you ready to listen now? Yes? Hi, Vinh.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Size 4. 1.
So, here we are in London. There are lots of things to see, and you can find all the information you need about them in the packs that I handed out earlier. You've got 3 hours now to explore. Please be back on the coach by 12 so that we can drive to the restaurant for lunch at 1. You can leave anything that you don't need on the coach. The driver always locks the doors so no one can get in. Now, any questions before I let you go?
2.
The train is very crowded, isn't it?
Yes, but at least we've got seats.
Yes, that's true. It's usually impossible to get a seat in the rush hour. I often have to stand. So, let's relax and have some food.
But there isn't any food. They haven't got any more sandwiches in the buffet car, so we can't get anything to eat. I'm really hungry.
Well, there's a cafe at the station. We can eat there when we arrive.
No, the station cafe is closed now. But it doesn't matter. We can eat at home. I don't mind cooking.
3.
Excuse me, where's the castle?
It's at the top of the hill.
Would you recommend it?
Definitely. There are lovely views from the top. But it's quite a difficult climb. It takes nearly an hour from here.
Well, that's okay. It's only midday.
And you have to be careful in this rain.
Really?
Yes. When the path is wet, it can be dangerous. A lot of people fall and hurt themselves.
Oh, well, maybe I'll go to the museum instead. Where's that?
It's over there.
4.
There are houses for sale in both villages. The villages are quite similar, but South Milton is bigger than Upton. Upton, however, is quite a bit more expensive. Both villages are very pretty and are lovely places to live. But there is one house which I think you would really like in Upton. It costs £200,000, which is really cheap. The owners want to move quickly, so why don't you make an offer? You won't regret it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, ready? So number 1, can you tell me?
I think it's number letter B.
B. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, good job. Is arrangements for the morning. Good job. Next one, number 2.
I think it's number C.
At their house, because the woman said, okay, let's eat at our house. I don't mind cooking, right? Number 3.
Is A.
A. Let me check. Yes, the part isn't safe. So, where did they choose to go instead? Where did they?
It's a museum.
Yeah, they want to go to the museum in the end. Number 4.
I think is A.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it's B. Recommend a house that is for sale. Okay. So let's check number 4 again. Let's see why.
Upton, however, is quite a bit more. There are houses for
The museum instead. Where's that?
It's over there.
Okay, let's listen number 4 again. Let's see why they are
4.
recommending.
There are houses for sale in both villages. The villages are quite similar, but South Milton is bigger than Upton. Upton, however, is quite a bit more expensive. Both villages are very pretty and are lovely places to live. But there is one house which
But there is one
One
house.
house.
Yeah, so they are.
I think you would really like in Upton.
Yeah, I think there's one house that you really like in Upton. So they are recommending a house, only a house, not comparing 2 different villages. Okay, so we have here. So now you will listen and match the speaker for me, okay? From number
Okay.
1 to number 4, you can write down in your notebook, okay? With sentences from A, B, C, D, E. Okay, there will be one extra sentence. Remember not to worry if you don't understand. Okay, ready? Let me see.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Lesson 5C, Exercise 5. 1.
I love it here. You can walk in the woods along the river near my village. An advantage of living in the country is that the people are much friendlier and there's less crime. We don't even lock the car at night. And we often leave the house unlocked when we are out during the day. I think people should move out of the cities and find a better life in the country.
2.
Why are so many people moving out of cities to find a new life in the country? Is it because life is so much easier in the country than in the town? Because it's quieter and less stressful and houses are much cheaper? Or are there other reasons? Listen to In the Country tonight at 8 when we interview people who are thinking of moving and ask them why.
3. It's really lovely where I live. It's very pretty, and there are trees and a hill just behind my house. If you like a quiet life, it's a really great place to live. But one disadvantage is that life is a bit boring here. There isn't much going on in the village, and there aren't many young people around. So I often go into the city at weekends with my friends. It isn't far, and there's always something to do there. One day, I'd like to move away from here. 4.
There's lots to do, of course, much more than in the country. It's good that you can go to the cinema and theatre, and there are lots of shops. But to be honest, I hardly ever go to the cinema or theatre. I prefer watching DVDs at home, and I hate shopping. What I really hate about the town is that it's very busy, very noisy, and quite dirty. I'd rather live somewhere cleaner and more peaceful.
Okay. So, do you want to listen again?
Yes.
Okay, we'll listen again.
Lesson
one
5C,
and 2. Okay.
Exercise 5. 1.
I love it here. You can walk in the woods along the river near my village. An advantage of living in the country is that the people are much friendlier and there's less crime. We don't even lock the car at night. And we often leave the house unlocked when we are out during the day. I think people should move out of the cities and find a better life in the country.
2.
2.
Why are so many people moving out of cities to find a new life in the country? Is it because life is so much easier in the country than in the town? Because it's quieter and less stressful and houses are much cheaper? Or are there other reasons? Listen to In the Country tonight at 8 when we interview people who are thinking of moving and ask them why.
3. It's really lovely where I live. It's very pretty, and there are trees and a hill just behind my house. If you like a quiet life, it's a really great place to live. But one disadvantage is that life is a bit boring here. There isn't much going on in the village, and there aren't many young people around. So I often go into the city at weekends with my friends. It isn't far, and there's always something to do there. One day, I'd like to move away from here. 4.
There's lots to do, of course, much more than in the country. It's good that you can go to the cinema and theatre, and there are lots of shops. But to be honest, I hardly ever go to the cinema or theatre. I prefer watching DVDs at home. And I hate shopping. What I really hate about the town is that it's very busy, very noisy, and quite dirty. I'd rather live somewhere cleaner and more peaceful.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, but my Zoom is about to out, so let's get out of the Zoom and then.
Can you copy the link of the Zoom for me?
Oh yes. Okay, I will copy it for you here. Please come back and then I will check for your answers. Okay.
Okay.
I will
Send me the link in the chat, please.
here.
Thank you.
Okay, I will end this Zoom. Please
Okay.
come in 1 more minute. Okay. See
Okay.
you in 1 more minute.